sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Cleveland. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Stroud completes this out wide. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud looking to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now. They'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Cook. And this one is incomplete. The Browns at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight. When you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've got to get them a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It's 3rd and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing, Cook. Will get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19.
On 1st down, it's Sanchez. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Cook. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team scouting, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jordan Burch. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
When I got rich and bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust them.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Looking to throw. Cook. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's another first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Cook. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, Not good at all.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Stroud to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Cook from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now a 2nd and 10. As Stroud now to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got it. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Stroud. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Cook. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cook. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cook. Finds Tootin out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cook. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cook. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Let go.
Back to throw. Cook. That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
Here we go. 7 left wing 19. 7 Pirate. 7 Pirate. Buffalo 18. 70 Ring.
Looking to throw. Cook. Going for a right side here. Complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
He's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
At the 4-yard line.
Off the play fake. Cook. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robertson. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Stroud off the play fake. Outside complete. That's Ortiz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. A good move. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
All right. Look, Tony.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Cook. A short one there, caught by Warren. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play to force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It moves to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Cook. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air. Looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
All right.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stroud. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
4-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Broncos.
Back to throw. Stroud. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Good for a Browns 1st down.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is absolutely perfect. It's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Stroud working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Stroud out of the gun here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Fowler. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Operating from the gun, Fowler. And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 47.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. Down the field, he's got one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
18 more yards. That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Fowler. Blitz coming, and down he goes. third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.